Hi everybody, how are you going? My name is Lisa Blair and I'm an Australian solo sailor, ocean conservationist, adventurer. I'm on board Climate Action Now here, and just about a month ago I finished my latest world records and I circumnavigated New Zealand solo, non-stop and unassisted on board my boat Climate Action Now. That record was something that hadn't actually been done by any human before, so I was able to establish the first original time. On my way to New Zealand, I set a couple of other records, so I became the fastest human to sail Sydney to Auckland speed record in a monohull solo, and I also became the first woman to do the record. Climate Action Board is a really important boat for me because she's called Climate Action Now, and I run a huge sustainability project that supports all my ocean racing, or should I say my ocean racing supports my sustainability. So the vessel itself is run with a combination of systems. So on board, I have 1 kilowatt of solar across the deck of Climate Action, and then I have 3 wind generators on board the vessel. And when the conditions aren't perfect for those, I use 100% biodiesel on board the boat. So that's made from fish and chip oil from fish and chip shops, and it's filtered and refined to go into the main diesel engine on board Climate Action. And it has the benefit of making the whole boat smell like hot chips when I'm sailing. Now, the New Zealand records for me were such an important project because it was to advocate and share the results of the microplastic sampling I did while sailing solo, non-stop and unassisted around Antarctica. So in 2022, I set that world record, becoming the fastest person to complete the trip. But I also retrofitted the bow of the boat of Climate Action Now into a micro lab at sea. And I was able to do water sampling the whole way around Antarctica, and also very impactfully complete this microplastic sampling. So some of the key findings we found while sailing solo around Antarctica was literally plastic in every single sample the whole way around Antarctica. We broke down the data set to get the averages across the trip, and that worked out to be 58,000 particles of microplastics for an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And when we broke down that data set even further, we worked out that 64% of what I sampled in Antarctica was microfiber from the textile industry, and 34% was from the fragments found from larger plastic items. So they call it a secondary particle or a secondary fragment. So a larger plastic bottle or takeaway container breaking down into smaller particles until it becomes categorically microplastics. Microplastics is a plastic particle that's less than 5 millimeters in size. And because it's so small, it can spread and impact so many other regions across our oceans. There's plenty of things that you can do to minimize your impact. You can install a filter on your washing machine so that the clothing you wear is not contributing to the ocean plastics. You can choose to buy less and buy quality products that you can repair and replace repair over replace. And you can choose to drive less, because one thing I learned on doing these projects is that 35% of all microplastics is from car tires. As we drive on the road, we erode the tires, which is now a combination of rubber and plastic. And as that washes into our storm drains, it eventually finds its way to the sea. And one of the most impactful actions I think people can do is actually spend wisely and understand that every time we shop, every time we spend our dollar, we are voting for the future that we want. If we're spending our funds on the sustainable option, plastic-free, chemical-free, we're investing in more of that technology develop, and we're investing in more of those products for our future, and we're going to have a more sustainable solution moving forward. So I continue to do more projects, and I'd like to invite you to follow along for my next world record. It's going to take a few years to develop. There's going to be lots of interesting stuff coming across my social media, but I'm looking to go and become the first person in the world to sail solo, non-stop and unassisted around the Arctic Circle. It's a project that's only physically possible because of climate change, and I'm looking to help advance the technology in boat construction from the current fiberglass available materials to volcanic fiber and bioresins, so that we can all have a better, greener future as we go on. We've also got a major film, Ice Maiden, that's getting released across Australia at the moment, and that is the feature-length film of my survival story in Antarctica from my first world record in 2017. So make sure you check out online at icemaidenfilm.com the latest screenings close to you, so you can get along and support the project and see that film. And you can also obviously read about the journeys with my book, Facing Fear, and you can follow along on my social media or on my website, which is all lisablairsailstheworld.com. Thanks so much, everyone. Hope to see you out on the water.